Hey guys, how's it going? Happy New Year! It is 2023. It's the start of a new year, so this will be my 2023 journal setup video. Got my brand new journal ready. These ones are my favourite ones, the Leuchtturm 1917 dotted journals. These aren't too expensive, but they have paper that's thick enough that if you're putting pen and stuff on them, they're not going to bleed through to the other side. This is a nice middle ground of not being too expensive, but having good quality paper. The other thing that's nice about these is that they have a little sticker pack, so you can write on the front what year it is that you did your journal and put one down the spine as well. And they also have a little pocket in the back as well, if you want to keep any little bits of paper in there. Really good. I always recommend these to anyone who asks what journals I use. It's this one. We went with this nice sea green blue kind of colour. If you're new here, my name's Yvette and I make monthly bullet journal videos as well as other different kinds of videos. So if you want to be notified of my other videos, remember to click subscribe if you want to see more. And before any more ados are furthered, let's get into the video. Okay, I know we're 3 weeks into January, but this is my setup video. So these are the pens I'm going to be using. This is the Crayola Super Tip in this nice blue colour. And then also one of my Ink pens by Arteza. I'll try to find one in a similar colour. I think I did a pretty good match to the front of my journal, so that's good. And on the inside cover, I'm just writing out 2023 in big letters. And then going over the top of that with a black pen as well, just to create a nice font effect. I added some little splashy decorations as well, which I used throughout the journal. To cover up the tiny text that was on the front, I made my own little piece of paper that said please return to, and then underneath that I wrote out my name, as well as making a little phone symbol where I'll write in my mobile number, which obviously I'm not going to write out in this video. So that's the very inside page. On the next page is the contents. So again, I made some little cutouts to cover up the writing that's already there. So one that says page and then the topic as well. And then I made this kind of scroll effect, little title cover as well for the contents and stuck that down. And then I went over the lines with blue pen just to make them stand out a bit more and added some more little decorations. I like to try and keep all the pages in the front of my journal quite simple so that I can easily get to all the information and it doesn't take 5 million years for me to make the spread because otherwise January has been and gone already. Sort of like it did this time. My bad. The next page will be my main calendar spread for the year. I like to use multiple pages to do this and you'll find out why in a second. I believe this style is called a Dutch door spread. I use 6 pages with 4 months on each page. I'm splitting up the page into 4 and writing out the first month and the little calendar underneath it. I then repeated that for each of the other months, as well as repeating that on the other pages. I then cut out each of the middle pages to create these little flaps so that I can flip between each month in the calendar. I think this just makes it a bit more fun to use. On each of the little tabs, I wrote out what months are in that tab. And now that all the pages were together, I could write out a title. So this is how I use the spread. I just circle the date I have my event on, write the date underneath, and then what I'm doing. And it's just really simple and easy to look at and find out what I'm doing. And that's the spread. I've done my main calendar this way for a couple of years now, and I always find it's the easiest to use and the most fun to use. Straight after my main calendar, I like to have a little space to put in events for the next year, so for 2024, and this is just a simple table with the date and the event I'm doing in that year. and I decorated it similarly to the other pages. Again, just super simple and easy to look at. One of my new spreads for this year is a book tracker. I really want to try and get into reading more because I don't read very much at the moment, so my goal for this year is just to read and finish 5 books, which might not seem like a lot, but that is quite a lot for me, so we'll leave it there and see how it goes. Maybe I'll read more than 5. I drew out 5 little book shapes, and then in each one I'll write down which book I read and what I rated it out of 10. I do actually also end up adding some more black pen detail to these 2 pages, so stick around for the end and you'll see that as well. My next set of pages is similar to the calendar spread in how it looks, but it will be for my year of photos. I like to take little Polaroids and stick one in my journal for each month of the year. And then next to each one, I'll write down some of the things I did for that month as well. Like with my main calendar spread, I spread out 4 months on each page over 3 pages and cut out the middle pages like before to make little flaps. So you can see for each month I have a space for a Polaroid and a space to write down some details from what I did in that month. Again, I added in the title and some small decorations and we were finished. This is one of my favourite pages in the spread. I've done this for a couple of years now and it was always really fun to look back on. The next page is for my gift list and wish list. Anytime I think of a really good gift for someone or something for myself, because whenever anyone asks you never know what to say, I write that down in these 2 boxes and I can keep it for whenever it's someone's birthday or at Christmas. I made these little cutouts again to look like banners and added some decorations. And then the last page of my journal is a new spread for me, which is a chore tracker. I can be really lazy with looking after myself, so this is just a really simple table of some of the rooms in my house or jobs that you don't do very often, and then on the other side I will just write down the last time I did it, and then I know if I've not done it for a while then it probably needs doing. This year I really want to try and put some more effort into looking after myself and looking after my space and clearing up after myself, so that's what this little table's for. I left some extra space at the bottom for when I inevitably have to add extra things to my list that I've forgotten about for now. And here is a final flip through. Like I said, it's quite a simple spread, but it's clear to see, it has all the things in it that I need to get to, they're easy to find, which was one of the main things I wanted for my setup this year. I've done lots of stuff in the past which look fancy and really complicated, but then I just never look at them again, so I want to try and keep it really simple, have the things that I need, and still be fun. So that was my 2023 bullet journal setup. I hope you liked it, I hope it was useful. I'm always really interested to see what other people put at the beginning of their journal to set it up for the year. So if there's anything that I haven't put in that you would usually put in, leave it in the comments below. If you like my setup, remember to give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see more bullet journal content. I will link my bullet journal playlist up here and in the description below. I hope you guys have a wonderful 2023, wishing you all the best, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys! '23 will be a good year. I can feel it. It'll be good.